What's up, YouTube? Your boy back here once again with another sport topic. Today we're gonna talk a little football for you, a little AFC South. I got a Titans fan on the phone, and he wanted to holler at y'all and had some comments to say. So, what's good, man? What you feeling about these Titans, man, for this AFC South, man?
Oh shit, man. First off, man, I just want to shit, man, shout out my boy Paige, man. Shit, me and my boy go back a long way, you know what I'm saying? And then shit, we pretty much been family these things, you know what I'm saying, a little over half our lives, so you know what I'm saying, we go back shit. I go 17 years on the Titans. Then he goes out 16, 15, I don't know, shit. I don't know how long, sorry, if they can get in there.
15, man, 15.
Man, I'm feeling good about the Titans, man. Shit, it's probably like I was saying, so we probably one of our best losses we put together, you know what I'm saying? Like, since I've been a fan. That go way
Really?
back, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't, you know what I'm saying, discredit the McNair years, the kick movement years, and, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to just go a little bit past that. I mean, I know we had our year, we ran 13-3.
Yeah.
But as far as like offensively, you know what I'm saying, I feel pretty good. I feel like it's the best offense we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that. I think this is probably one of the best. Actually, could be one of the best offenses in the NFL because of the way y'all run the ball and like. I told you this before that I feel that the Titans have the best quarterback in the division. Even though I'm a diehard Texan fan, and if I wasn't a Texan fan, if I was just looking at the division outside, I'd be like the Titans are the team to beat. Even though the Texans won division 2 years in a row, just because the Titans have the best quarterback, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like Andrew Luck, and they keep hyping up Andrew Luck. I just don't see it. He's a good quarterback, but he's a turnover machine. And I think they put too much on Andrew Luck and make him out to be what he's not. I think he's a turnover machine.
In the past, happy offense.
Yeah. I mean, that's how he get a lot of his numbers.
I mean, the turnovers still gonna be the turnovers, but I mean, people are away that boy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keep it real with you. Shit. I think, you know what I'm saying? If I'm ranking it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going Jacksonville got the worst quarterback situation. Houston got the, you know what I'm saying? No, Houston, yeah, because their quarterback improvement.
Yeah.
Then I go Mariota number one.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you exactly when it comes to the quarterbacks. Mariota is the best quarterback in the division because I think he's the most efficient, and I would rather have him than Luck. Luck because he has put up numbers. You can't deny the numbers he has put up. No, we like you said, we are unproven because we either have a rookie in Deshaun Watson or a guy who hasn't even thrown a touchdown pass. And can't think of the boy's name just that quick. Yeah, that boy Savage. I can't think of the boy's name. He on my team. And then Blake Bortles. Like, Blake Bortles put some numbers, but like I continue to tell people, his numbers are lies because all his numbers that he puts up are in garbage time. He puts up straight garbage time numbers. Like, it was a game against y'all last year. They were down 21-0 at halftime. And then at the end of the game, he puts up 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. But they end up losing the game 45 to 21. That wasn't a good game. Yeah, he put up 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, but it all came in the second half. They were down 21-0 at halftime. So like I was under the mindset too. A lot of people thought that Jacksonville was going to challenge the division, but like I said, I'm not a fan of Blake Bortles. I was not a fan of him in the draft. That's why I was happy that Jacksonville drafted him because I thought, in my opinion, that he was going to be just a guy who puts up numbers but not win anything, and that's what he is. Just like I'm actually kind of glad that they took Leonard Fournette because, to be honest, I think Leonard Fournette has the potential to be the biggest bust in this draft. I don't know. I just don't see it.
I mean, well, you say biggest bust in the draft. I mean,
because of where he was picked.
Like, I'm not too big. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I ain't gonna lie. I'm not too big on Leonard Fournette myself.
It's only because of where he was picked. That's the only reason why, because he was picked in the top 5.
That's true.
Yeah. If he was picked anywhere else in the draft, it'd be different.
And you going out the year before, not this previous year.
Yeah.
This college career.
Yeah. But when a real defense puts on him, real defense targets him, he doesn't produce. And what do you think a real defense is going to do in the NFL? He has to play against the Houston Texans twice a year, who was the number 1 defense last year without J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt's coming back. And Clowney and Watt are monsters. We have 4 All-Pros in our front 7. And I'm not even counting Cushion. If I count Cushion, it's 5. I'm not counting Cushion because hasn't been All Pro in a couple years. But JJ, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Last year, Clowney was an All Pro. Both McKinney and Whitney Mercer was second team All Pro last year. So there's 4 All Pros in the front 7-5 if you want to go ahead and count Brian Cushion. And our secondary is a little bit weaker because Jacksonville did take A.J. Boyer for it, and I think that's a huge mistake. Why Houston didn't re-sign him, I still can't understand it for you. I don't know what's going on right there. But this defense is enough to carry us through. This is why I don't understand why a lot of national pundits have. I can see them having y'all over us in the division. I understand that y'all have the best quarterback in the division, in my opinion. So I understand them picking y'all over us. But for them to have the Colts over us, I can simply see the Colts being the 4th team in the division. But I seen
man, based on the teams, based on looking at it, man, the Colts do look like the worst team in the division.
They have the worst defense.
If you want to look at offensive line to defensive line,
yes.
to linebackers to second,
they can't protect Luck.
Top to bottom got the same team as last year.
Yeah, and they cannot protect Luck. Their biggest thing is they can't stop the run and they can't protect Luck. And against the Texans, every time we play them, we get 100 yards. Don't matter who's running the ball. We get 100 yards of rushing on them, and we get to Andrew Luck. That's the reason why we've been able to dominate them for the past 2 years. The years before, we had maybe dominated them because they were able to get over our horrible quarterback play. Now, I think last year we got over our quarterback play, and our defense was playing out of its mind. I think it's going to continue to play like that. So there's no way. I think we might. To be honest, I'm gonna be keeping it real. I think we're gonna sweep the Colts, even though that last game it would be a tricky one because it could be division could be at stake. We playing the last game of the season. To be honest, I wish we was playing y'all the last game of the season instead of the Colts, but because I think it would be more competitive that way for the Texans and the Titans to play the last game of the division. But so I'm gonna throw some numbers out there to you when we talking about these Colts. You say they've been a pass happy offense. Andrew Luck passed for 4,200 yards last year, 31 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions.
That's crazy, dog. You passed for 4,200 yards. 4,200 yards with the losing record.
Yeah, because they can't protect them. They can't protect them. T.Y. Hilton led the league in receiving with 1,400 yards. Okay, y'all. Marcus Mariota passed for 3,400 yards. Then he passed for 26 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's more efficient. He's just more efficient. Y'all have the best running game in the AFC South with Marcus Mariota. Yeah, and DeMarco Murray out here rushing for 1,200 yards. Rashard Matthews catching 900 yards. Delaney Walker catching 800 yards. Then y'all just drafted Corey Davis, and y'all picked up Eric Decker. I'm not high on Eric Decker, but I think he'll be good enough to help y'all in this offense. And I'm gonna go to the Texans. And I'm gonna go to.
Second receiving the past few years. I mean, I know he was hurt last year, but he's second. He's second in the league in red zone touchdown.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it to the Texans real quick. Remember, we had Brock Osweiler as our starting quarterback last year. Rookie Will Fuller caught 47 yards, 635 touchdowns. 635 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did drop a lot of balls. I think they have him listed. He only dropped 5 balls, but it was when he dropped them, like the playoff game against the Patriots. He dropped a wide open touchdown. He had the crucial drops. Now, DeAndre Hopkins, who was our best receiver, caught 78 catches, 954 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Let me take you to the year before. The year before, we had 4 different quarterbacks playing. He caught 1,100 yards, 1,100 catches, 1,500 yards, and caught 11 touchdowns. The year before with Ryan Fitzpatrick, he had 76 catches and 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Last year on the NFL's top 20, he was ranked 19. This year, he didn't even make the list. That right there shows you how horrible Brock Osweiler played.
Oh, shit. I remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
Know he didn't not even make the list.
Yes, he didn't even make the list. And it wasn't like he missed any games. He played every year.
He gonna be on there, but I ain't know he came completely on.
Yeah, he got took completely off. They forgot about him. And like I said, All I know is I don't know if Savage does play. I don't know how good Savage is, but I can tell you this: he's better than Brock Osweiler. I'm better than Brock Osweiler. So, but I don't think Savage is going to play. I think Watson's going to be the starter. I think they just don't want to give him the job up front. Like, hey, here you go, here's the job. They're going to make him believe he has to earn it, and I think he will. Because I think he's going to go in practice and prove that he's the better quarterback. Now back to Blake Bortles, who I say have fake numbers because they all in garbage time. He threw for 3,900 yards, 23 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, and only won 4 games.
23 touchdowns, 16 interceptions.
Yes. He thought.
He outpassed Mariota in yards.
Yes, because he was throwing in garbage time. He got all the yards and touchdowns in garbage time. They only won 3 games. That's all that has to tell you. They won 3 games. 3.
I mean, Bortles is surrounded by talent too. So
Yes, and they say, and I'm not gonna lie, I have a feel their secondary with AJ Bouye, who we gave up foolishly. I think is going to be a monster, and then you already know they got Ramsey last year. I'm afraid of their secondary. I'm not afraid of the team. I'm not afraid of the offense because you can, just like I said, you can get the Luck, you can get the Blake Bortles as well. JJ, every time he's played Blake Bortles, he's averaged 3 sacks.
They got Tom Coughlin over there working out for him too, right?
And yeah, he's like a consultant. He's not a general manager or a coach. He's like a consultant type thing. And from what I have been hearing is that he wants to coach again. I think that's going to blow up in Jacksonville's face because I think it's going to be some conflict between him and their coach, and I think they're going to end up.
I mean, but looking at Bortles though, man, like the skill set is there as far as the arm.
Yeah.
Like maybe the accuracy, but he's just like I don't know, like he folds under pressure.
Rich Gannon.
I mean that's just basically like he plays like he's still in his position.
Yeah, and you know what? Rich Gannon covered a Texan and Jacksonville game, and like before the game, they talked to the people who commentate the games, talked to some of the players. Rich Gannon said he talked to Blake Bortles, and he asked Blake Bortles how does he throw the ball, and Blake Bortles says, "Oh, I really don't know how to throw a ball. I guess I throw it okay." Like he's not even comfortable the way he throws the ball. He said that's the first time he's ever heard a quarterback say that they're not comfortable throwing the ball. And then he was in Auburn High School. He was a tight end. He wasn't even a quarterback. He didn't become a quarterback until he got to Central Florida. So, and they took him with the 3rd overall pick. I was so happy the Texans did not take him in the draft. I didn't want at first. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit back like I'm a genius. I did not want them to take Clowney. I wanted them to take a quarterback. I was on the mindset. I was hoping they would take either Manziel or Teddy Bridgewater. But when we drafted Clowney, I was fine. Actually, I wanted Khalil Mack. I think Clowney is more talented than Khalil Mack. It's just that Khalil Mack has been healthy. That's it. That's the only difference. Khalil Mack has been healthy. Because when Clowney is healthy, Clowney has been a monster and has been a force. And I think Clowney might be the best player on the defense. He might be the most dominant. I know JJ won three defensive player of the years.
Clowney definitely stepped up big, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe if he stays healthy, he's a monster. He does. I'm not worried about sacks because let's be honest, the play that made him famous was when he hit the guy from Michigan and he forced the fumble and got the fumble and the force all in one tackle. He's a better run defender. He's a better run defender than JJ. That's not even arguable because JJ doesn't play the run. JJ really just plays the pass.
Shit. Well, you watch like Houston that big, man. I just seen that boy White. You know what I'm saying? Like White will stuff to run.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not saying he just bypassed run, but it's been plays that
in comparison to this.
Yeah, exactly. And there's been plays that he has skipped the run, trying to get to the quarterback, like on a play fake, and hit the quarterback, but it was actually a run. And the running back runs right past him. That has happened a couple of times, not just once or twice. It's happened a lot. The year before, when we started off 2-5, that was actually a knock. It was rumbling so that JJ's too worried about getting sacks than playing actual defense. And that's one thing. The defense played more physically sound last year, even though that's the reason why the defense was ranked number 1 without JJ. They played more to the scheme. Because before it was really just stand and watch what JJ does. And we racked off JJ. You know Now they actually play more physically sound. Now, don't get me wrong, the defense is better with JJ because as of right now, JJ is the best player on the defense because he makes impact plays. He gets us turnovers with tip balls and sack fumbles and strip fumbles. He makes more impact plays because our turnovers didn't increase. They actually decreased without him. We didn't get that many turnovers last year. But man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up and get up out here. Anything else you want to say?
No, man. Shit, we just ain't we didn't get to our predictions, man, on the division, so they don't like on this go round. But
I mean, we got plenty of time before the season get here.
I don't understand or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big Houston, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna say, based off of the defense, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Tennessee coming in second, but still make the playoffs. Looking in with like a 9. I ain't even gonna say 9. I'm gonna say a 10 and 6, you know what I'm saying? At best, 11 and 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see us having a losing record, but you know what I'm saying? I still gotta go with Houston. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of, you know what I'm saying, the consistency of their defense over the past few years.
Yeah. Okay, well, like I say, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below if you got any more sport topics. Let me know. Comment, let me know, and I'll do it. And if you want to get in, just get at me. If you want to get in, we could. I do this too. If you want to get on the call, you want to be on the video because you want to say something, you want to debate me in something specific. If you don't like some of the texts I have, you want to debate me on, like, man, you crazy. They should do this, and we should need to do that. Go ahead. We could do this all day long. Just comment, just let me know, and I'll hit you up. And I'll be able to put you on and I'll let you know what you need to do to get on. So, hey, we do this every day. I upload every single day. So, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, comment if you haven't, click that bell to get more videos because it's going to be like this all the time. And just go ahead and get up out of here. So, I'll holler at y'all.